how to gain an appetite. So if you're not feeling hungry, or when you switch to eating a healthy diet, it's really hard to eat that much food. Like for me, I can eat a lot of food, but when I first started eating healthy, it was really hard to eat healthy food. I really liked fatty, salty foods. So when I started eating low fat, like just plain vegetables and things like that, it wasn't easy to fill my stomach up with the amount of calories that I need. So what I did, you can do too, because it worked for me and it'll work for you. One is exercise. If you do cardio specifically, I think that at least works best for me. If you do a bunch of cardio, like if I wake up in the morning and I eat a little bit and I can't really finish my full fruit breakfast or my whole bowl of oatmeal, and I go on this long bike ride, I come back ravenous and I can eat like so much just brown rice and whatever. It's like true hunger, and I feel so good about it. And it's just really, really easy to eat it, and I don't have to force myself to eat it, which sometimes I feel like I had to. I don't really have these issues anymore, but this is something that I've definitely had to deal with in the past. So exercising and, cardio for one, getting your heart pumping, getting your blood moving. If you're recovering from an eating disorder though, so just make sure that you're eating more than you are working out, but it'll still help you. Maybe you should do more strength training exercising so that you can build muscle instead of like losing fat, but because you don't really have much else to lose. But either way, exercising is going to increase your appetite. Another thing is to get rid of all stimulants. So if I start drinking coffee, which I do sometimes, and it's totally like my one really big vice, if I start drinking coffee, I won't be hungry for a long time throughout the day. And even if I do get hungry and I won't eat that much food unless it's really bad for me. And if it's like, like French fries or something, oh my goodness, all of a sudden I've eaten the entire thing. I wonder why. Oh, because I haven't eaten since I had that coffee earlier, which made me feel full, but it wasn't really full. I wasn't really actually full. Also, make sure you're eating foods that you really, really like. If there's like certain healthy meals that you just like love so much and you'll finish the entire thing, eat that same thing all the time. Eat it 5 times a week, if it's gonna make you eat the food. And then as your body gets accustomed to eating the low fat, whole foods, the plant foods, as your body gets used to that and really enjoys eating that, then you can move on to a different dish that maybe wasn't your favorite before, but will be so much more satisfying now that you've been eating clean for an extended period of time. Also, it's good to eat little meals throughout the day if you really can't eat enough within one sitting. So you can switch from sweet to savory, which is always good for, like, you go one way and then the other way, and your body likes to balance. So it kind of makes you makes you hungry and makes the food taste good. If you eat a whole bunch of sweet food, like fruit or whatever it is, and then you go to eat another whole bunch of sweet food, you probably won't eat as much of it as if you ate something like savory. Then you would eat like a whole bunch and then you go back to sweet, savory. And find your favorite things. Like I love chili beans and sauce. It's like in a can. It's just, I like beans in general. Like I can do a can of beans. It's so good. And then, like guacamole and my favorite's Thai food. But I go out to eat Thai food. I'm not the best at cooking Thai food. And Mexican food, I just love Mexican food. So I just do some rice and beans, a little guacamole, and I am satisfied. So I eat that a lot. So, just find your favorites, eat what you enjoy to eat, exercise, switch from sweet to savory. Then you'll gain an appetite. You really will. It'll definitely help. Don't be afraid of sugars. Don't be afraid of like salt. Even if you're trying to eat more, I kind of limit the fats because that's what I'm trying to eat healthier, and that's the reason that I wasn't eating. So if you have an eating disorder, if you have to eat a little bit of fats, eat healthy fats. Don't go eating junky food. Eat healthy food, but you can eat fats if that's going to help you eat. I'm trying to avoid fats. That's what's preventing me from eating. So what do? Is I still use salt on my food. But eventually, once I get really used to eating low-fat foods, I'm getting more used to it now. Once I start really cutting out all of the oily foods, because I still do eat French fries and things sometimes when I'm out. But once I start cutting out all of the oily foods, then eating one French fry will feel really greasy to me because my body is not used to it. My body is much cleaner than that and has gotten all of that oil and greasy cravings out of it. Sorry, I started to ramble and then I had to go to work. But I hope that video helps you gain an appetite. Let me know what you think down below. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.